Welcome to Captured Online with Lynn Davis, fly fishing guide and casting instructor.
Good morning from the banks of the River Tawe in the Swansea Valley. It's Sunday the 24th of March and the sun is shining and I'm absolutely buzzing for this. Got my dry fly rod in the van for a change, so hoping around about midday today we'll see some fly life, maybe some March browns, large dark olives, or even some granum. Hopefully the trout will be looking up and I'll be targeting them with my dry fly for a change. Fished all winter for the grayling with the nymphs, so really looking forward to fishing on the surface today, hopefully, fingers crossed. So looking over the bridge here, the first spot we're going to try. The water's looking nice. We've had a fair bit of rain recently, but it's looking clear. I've even seen a fish rise in the last 5 minutes, so yeah, can't wait to get the waders on. So let's go fishing. Okay, got to the first spot. Rocks are slippery. On the nymph at the moment. Just fishing this pool below a bridge where we parked up. Got a popular spot for dog walkers. It's got a couple of red tags on at the moment. Just working my way into here. It's very slippery. Looks a great spot. Can't cast over my right shoulder at the moment. Probably hear the traffic. The main road is just a couple of 100 yards away. You never know how much disturbance these types of places get, really, with the dog walkers, etc. But based on the difficulty of getting into this spot, I wouldn't have thought there'd be many dogs jumping in into this pool. There's easier spots for them to have a swim. Always nice to have your first fish. Hopefully we'll have some action on the nymph anyway. Just got into another spot. Found a bit of trouble today, getting caught in the bottom a lot. So I've changed the weight of my nymphs, gone smaller. Absolutely lovely looking spot. Wish I put my felt soles on. My Bambi on ice here. No rattles yet. But I'm optimistic because this sun is coming out. I feel the heat on my back, which is lovely. Come on, Mr. Trout. Oh, no. Just trying to edge my way upstream in the shallower water and lob my nymphs into the depths. But it's not that deep really, it's only about 3 foot. When I first got here it looked perfect sort of spider water, but I haven't got my 10-foot 4-weight with me today, which is the rod I like to use for that style of fishing. So I've got my 10-foot 3-weight, the one I'm using now, the nymph rod, and I've got my 9-foot 5-weight for the dries, hopefully, which we'll be pulling out soon. Retrieved my fly from the bush, from the tree. Not a good start. Back on it. Yeah, I've sort of gone with 2 quite small bugs on here now, because I know it's only about 1 foot, 2 foot deep. You're always drawn to these places, aren't you? Sort of weirs and waterfalls. They just look so fishy, so much oxygenated water. That's it, go there. Well, if I was a trout, I'd be living in there. Oh, look at that, they're gorgeous. The sun's coming out. Oh. There's some lovely dry fly water above me, so I'm keeping one eye on that as well. See if I fish. See if I can see a fish. Come on, Mr. Trout. Well done. So that was a fish then. Okay, because I'm new to this river, I'm sort of obviously finding my way and finding all the little inns. You find yourself getting a bit excited and going into a spot through all the brambles, and then 10 yards further up there's a good path like this. But there we are. That's part of the experience. Looks absolutely lovely water. Now, I spoke to a local earlier. He'd caught 2 trout on a running worm actually. He recommended I come down here. He said to me that the water was high. But he knows the river, but looks about perfect to me. Maybe I'm used to deeper rivers. But one of the things I have noticed today, like I said, was catching the fly a lot, you know. There's a very, very rocky bottom, which is a good thing. My local river is very muddy, so this is a breath of fresh air. This looks perfect dry fly water. Oh, there's a goose hander just gone past. That's not a good sign. I have heard about them on these stretches. Look at this. I suppose if I was a patient man, I'd set the dry fly up and just sit down and wait to see a rise, because this looks absolutely perfect for dry. The clink and dink box is out. I'll go quite big, I think, because I need to hold a nymph, a reasonably sized nymph up. These are fully mill flies. They obviously got the little tippet ring at the end there to attach your length of tippet for your nymph. A little blood knot. It's quite thick mono at this stage, but it doesn't really matter. Now I've got to attach some thinner diameter onto the ring at the end of the dry fly. Really great method this is. Good searching method, you know, particularly when you don't know a river. Covering both bases. They tend not to take the dry so much, you know. It's mostly the nymph, but sometimes they do. Don't have to be too fussy. Keep a tag there just in case. Okay, so this river isn't particularly deep when fishing. I'm just going to keep this just over 2 foot at the moment. That off. I'm going to find a little nymph or ideally a little perdigon or something, but a little, there we go. I wonder what something like that would be any good. Bit of a silver bead, bit of a red hot spot. This must be about size 16 or 18. That's the sun coming out, that's exciting stuff. Okay. Always wet your knots. Don't worry about that tag, that's okay. There we are, that's how set up. I've actually got a fish on. Worked hard for that. It's taken the nymph below the clink and dink, as you can probably see. Look at that then, that's a nice fish. Oop, come on boyo. That's my first Tawe fish. That's a cracking fish, isn't it? Come on boy. Oop, sorry, my fault. Oop. I'm a bit rusty, the old netting of these fish. Beautiful looking trout. Come on boy. Come on boy. Oh, he didn't like that net. Oh, what am I like? Amateur. Oof. He's out in that main flow. Come on boy. This is the time, third time lucky. Oop. He's off. Well, absolutely disgraceful netting of that fish. Can't believe it. I had two good chances to get that fish in the net. Every time he saw the net, he just made a dart for it. And oh, I'm devastated because it looked a good fish. It was over the pound. And dare I say it, it looked like a natural as well, a wild brown, because I know they stock this river. Would have loved to have seen that fish. Never mind, I'm doing something right. I'm fishing the clink and dink, and I changed the nymph to something a bit more natural, like a hare's ear type nymph. And I took it quite confidently, you know, just in front of me actually. I thought it was a little fish when it first took, and then it sort of woke up, you know. There we are, you win some, you lose some. Good sign. So we just come to this place here now above the bridge, and believe it or not, there's fish rising to a little hatch. So I've changed over to a dry. There's a couple of March browns coming off. They stopped now. As soon as they came on, the fish came up for them. They weren't big fish, but it was great to see them rising for them. It's a really awkward spot, but I'm sort of working my way up very gently. And that downstream wind as well now. So nice to cast a dry again. Such a long winter. There he is, right, fish ahead. Don't panic, Lynn. Don't panic. The wind kicked my leader back. Okay, next cast. What am I like? Lost my fly in the tree again. It's funny, you know, when you haven't dry fly fish for so long, I'm just so nervous, you know, so you do some silly mistakes. You get a bit too excited. I'm happy with the setup now. You know, the fly looks good in the water. I'm sure it's just a matter of time before something splashes at it. Perfect dry fly water. Just want to see one fish rise now to try and cover it. There he is. Yes, only a little one, but it's a fish. Hooray. Oh, he's off again. I'm not going to swear. I'm not going to say anything. I'm just going to smile and check my fly. Deep breaths. Back at it. Come on. That's perfect. Funny time of year, you know. Sometimes you know, it's a cold wind and nothing's showing. You think there's no fish in the river. On a flick of a switch, a couple of flies start hatching and fish are everywhere. It's just that little window of opportunity. You just got to make the most of it. This is very short-lived. Another fish on. Hopefully it sticks this time. Nice little wild brown trout, I think. Alright, just very lightly hooked. Oh, yes, we've got him in the net. Hallelujah, only a baby. It's the first fish of the day in the net. Okay. Very lightly hooked. There he is. There he is. Trout. Just moved about 2 miles upstream, parked the car and walked up the river. I don't know, 10 minutes, come across this lovely little run. Nothing yet. I feel as if I've missed the prime time of the day now. It's sort of 3:30ish now. But we fish on. Just prospecting here, really. Lovely little places up here. I'm just trying to keep this dry fly away from those trees. I've got the nymph rod with me as well, just in case. Pretty river. I'm looking forward to many more days on this river, I think. Just walking back. Just been in the river and fished a good few hundred yards. All this run here, nothing. Didn't see a fish, didn't move a fish. So tough going, but some lovely water there. I'd definitely come back here. You can imagine this on a summer's evening, just working your way up this run with the dry. So we're gonna mosey on back now to the bridge by the car, and maybe have half an hour in the stiller water with a dry fly to see if I can stir anything, fishing blind really. So okay, last spot of the evening. Haven't seen anything rise, but not really expecting to, so I continue to prospect. You never know. I see my fly very clearly, always an advantage. Sort of fan casting really. That's where you'd think they'd be, in that area. That's the end of the day, just 2 fish to the net, and I lost 2. The first fish was a cracker, absolutely devastated to lose that. My net skills are a bit rusty. Great to catch fish on the dry fly finally after such a long winter, and as expected we had that little window of opportunity around about sort of 12, 1-ish, where the sun came out, the fly started to hatch, and we had a little frenzy of fish rising. Really exciting stuff, and just wonderful to catch a couple of fish on the dry. So looking forward to many more adventures on the Tawe. So until next time, tight lines. So it's it's March the 20th. Net skills, my fault. Start again, and my mind just goes asleep. Scratch the surface today, which is really exciting. I say that all the time. Is it alright?